Would you please put your hands together for Mr. Mark Dorey?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Right, tomorrow morning, Wales are going to be playing Australia, yet again. And I love watching my Welsh rugby, and the Grand Slam was a highlight of 2012. But on the eve of the Grand Slam day, something happened in Welsh rugby. The great number 8, Mirth the Swerve, Mervyn Davies, passed away. And so I wrote this as a tribute to Mirth the Swerve. It's called Mirth the Swerve. Okay. Gareth said he wasn't sure that he ever saw Mirth swerve. He was just a rock at the back of the pack, a mighty lock, the massive 7 held firm by the giant 8 with the moustache and that glorious headband. Oh, how I remember that headband. A towering force, the hurtling colossus, rampaging the green, a fiery dragon imbued with passion and skill, the absolute will to win, purging and surging through every straining sinew. Enthralled, the masses watched his brutal magnificence, reviving our souls, knowing that he ran for us. Pistoned legs fueled with fire, raging, engaging with every footstep what it means to be Welsh. Ah, those glory days when the world was ours, a haze of slams and crowns, claimed by a captain, towering, proud, never loud or arrogant, off the field. Yet when battle commenced, the dragon wheeled the pack and roared. Oh, that joyous headband, the epitome of rugby, donned in feathered red, immortalised in grogs, forged in the ponty clay of our golden age, where miner and sage sang in one voice, and the glory of God wore red. And though I might never remember your swerve, I, like Gareth, remember a bouldering giant of nerve and verve, meeting the foe head on, giant in stature and frame, a giant in name and something else less defined, refined in the muddied battle, respect. Respect for the towering Merv. And on Grand Slam day, a nation mourned with so much yet so little to say. Giant boots in black and white filled the front page of our national tome. Merv's boots, it said. It seemed enough, more than enough. Our Merv's gone home. No number 8 will ever fill, could ever fill those boots. A minute's silence, the roar of a crowd, another Grand Slam in honour of the mighty man. With the passing of Merv, with or without the swerve, the dragon mourns and stirs in our collective soul. A great hole, a legend lost, and our game of majesty and flame will never be the same again. I can't see you over this. Oh, all right, Dave, you do it. This one's called 7 billion. There's 7 billion of us on this earth. 7 billion people, that's what they say. 7 billion. I wonder, has anyone ever really counted? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 6,999,999,998. 6,999,999,999. 7 billion. Or is it all a bit of a guess? A bit of a guesstimate, give or take a couple of 100,000, or even a million or two. Millions upon millions, all of us in one place, in one space. No more space, no more space. People everywhere, here and there, taking up space. Precious space on our blue-green ball, floating in space. Floating in space, lost in space. Among the countless stars, the dancing planets and wandering suns, galloping through the endless reaches of all that is endless space. Black holes, dark matter, if we can't see it, does it matter? Nebulae, horses' heads, red dwarfs, white dwarfs, orphan stars, pulsars and quasars, supernova, terra nova, our island Earth. 7 billion bits and bobs, yobs and snobs, rich and poor, wanting more, shoulder to shoulder, getting older, colder and colder, worrying about their lack of space. Space, so much wasted out there in the velvet black of nothingness. Diamonds scatter the sky, 7 billion wonder why they're there in the vastness of emptiness. Lots and lots and lots of space, upon which the firmament rests. A blue-green ball is all but the tiniest drop in the vastness of space. 7 billion. 7 billion. Can 7 billion be lost in space? I finished this one today. Liz doesn't like this one, so I'm a bit in danger here, right? she only heard the rough draft. But I was on a bus coming back from Cardiff, and there was all these old people on the bus. And I thought, I wonder how many of those are really superheroes. I know it sounds odd, but my mind goes to funny. So I'm on the bus, and I scribbled this, and it's called Old Superman. Sorry, Liz. You wouldn't think it to look at me, but I used to jump blocks of flats with a single bound, leaping from the ground with ease, racing speeding trains for fun, flying round the sun at the speed of light, bouncing bullets off my chest and not a Kevlar vest in sight. Even caught the odd one in my teeth, swallowed a fair few too, a bit like popcorn with a generous splash of Vindaloo. But that was a long time ago. Memory's gone a bit now. I can't even remember where I hung my cape. Looking a bit worse for where it was, one too many times round the sun and through the blinking rings of Saturn. The Eaton-O's rocks play murder with the material. In truth, I never did like those pants. They always cut in a bit. But it seemed all the rage, wearing them on the outside until they got a bit tight and lost under my ever-expanding super waist. Not like in my prime when everything was in its proportion and place. Got more than a few admiring looks, I did. I could even read their thoughts as they glanced at my super nether regions. I wondered if that's made of steel too. Then there were all my super buddies. Spidey swinging in from everywhere, always pulling the bird he was one way or another, showing off his web art. He even got sloppy with all his superheroing, and he got more and more into his web design, so to speak, until he had an unfortunate encounter with a mirrored waterfall down in Cardiff Bay. Water and webs everywhere there was. Then there was Hulky, bellowing loud and proud, all mean and green, although he's not loud and proud now, more like the Incredible Bulk. Even when he's not angry and green, he never gets angry anymore. He's a bit hard of hearing. Thank goodness he can't lip read, that's what I say. I'd hate to see him split his trousers, must probably do himself a mischief with his lumbago and all. Iron Man's gone all rusty and he can barely move. Thor's forgotten what his hammer's for. Wonder Woman's gone doolally, she's more of a Wonder Woman now. Although she's a bit of a babe when she swings that golden lasso. I count my blessings for being able to bless so many others. Countless millions I've saved over the years, not to mention a few planets, although to look at it you'd never think it. I need glasses for real now. Forget the laser vision, I need my eyes lasered. Though I can't bring myself to do it, because then the game would be up and they'd find out my true identity. I'd have to come out of retirement, my peace would be gone, and then where would I be? An old granddad chasing Asbos. And all the old supervillains would come out of retirement, each trying to prove they've still got it, trying to take over the world, when most of them got trouble controlling their bladders. I mean, chasing and having to stop for a pee. Where's the fun in that? We'd be wearing each other out, chasing and peeing, corroding buildings and pavements here, there and everywhere, doing more damage than good. The next thing, they'd be serving us with Asbos. No, I've had enough of that, more than enough. And besides, my knees are well and truly shot. Too much bench pressing things I shouldn't have. And before you ask, no, it isn't made of steel. Now, where did I put those blinking glasses? Last one, is it? I'm doing the last one. I'm a computer guy, and I got a thing about computers, particularly Apple Macs.
Yay.
Well, thank you very much. There's always one, but I can't afford them. This one's simply called MacBook Air. Thank you. Wayne's already going. Do I really need a MacBook Air?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, just bring it up. Right.
No, again.
Right, okay, listen. Right. Do I really need a MacBook Air with its slimline design, its fine, elegant flair, and that oh so sexy, shiny apple that glows so everybody knows it's mine? With its thin and slender unibody made of shiny aluminium, a gorgeous wedge of computing power. Even the keyboard lights up. Brighter and brighter, the darker and darker it gets. And it's on as soon as you lift the lid, just like that, it's on. No waiting for things to boot up. I can do things straight away, on the bus, on the train, in the sun, in the rain. Well, maybe not the rain. Even in the darkest depths where humanity roams in Starbucks and McDonald's. My keyboard will be on, shining. 78 QWERTY mini suns in all their muted blue-tinted splendour. Waiting for a chance for my fingers to dance, flickering their glory with my digits of joy. Even if I've nothing to do, it'll still be on. Waiting, stating something smoothly understated, oozing and schmoozing in full view of everyone. Everyone will know I have a MacBook Air, and what's more, I'll know they know. They might stare, they might glare, as they're tearing at their hair, being uncool and so square, in the presence of my glorious air. Some may look away in false disdain, thinking I'm a fool, splashing cash in vain, as they froth over their skinny lattes and frothy coffees, when I know deep down that they want one too. It's all about needs. We all have needs. Our regular hairdos and regular lattes, our nail jobs and waxings, even the odd tattoo. Nothing is taboo when it comes to our needs. But oh, how that sexy apple glows, so that everyone knows that even those without hair can have instant sex appeal. Delighting in the luxurious illuminated feel of the slender splendour of a MacBook Air. Almost like that girl in a bath, the one with the flake. Naughty but nice, although you wouldn't want to get water on it. It's raining outside and it's time to go. Time to leave the hallowed halls, the screaming malls, swarming with pimply t-shirted geniuses who pretend to know but have no dough to pay for one of their own. So they just stay and play all day, wishing they were on better pay, so that they too could take away a MacBook Air. A MacBook Air, all of my own. And not a PC Ultra clone is what I want and not to share. Is there anything wrong with having a MacBook Air? Thank you.